Hey everyone, and thanks for jumping back into the cryptoverse. Today, we're going to talk about Bitcoin, and we're going to be discussing Wikipedia page views. If you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also check out the sale on Into the Cryptoverse Premium at intothecryptoverse.com. So I'm trying to go through a few different charts on the website that we don't often talk about, just to provide another perspective on the cryptoverse that will hopefully help you navigate the cryptoverse just a bit better. One interesting thing is that we can track social interest. I mean, we've done videos on the social risk before, but we can track social interest quite easily by looking at, views to YouTube channels and new followers on Twitter to people that talk about cryptocurrency. This is just simply looking at new Wikipedia page views to the Bitcoin page. And what's fascinating is that you can see that during the 2017 peak, it spiked quite high. And in fact, it went a lot higher in 2017 than it did over here in 2021. Now, there is an explanation for that, I think, and that is that as crypto has grown as an asset class, there's obviously a lot of other cryptocurrencies as well. And so while we did not get a spike on the search term or the Wikipedia page for Bitcoin in 2021, if you were to go look at cryptocurrency, you can see that there was a very similar spike in 2021 around that first peak, just like there was in 2017. And in fact, if you look even recently, we've seen it slowly trending back up. It looks like it found, at least for the search, the page of cryptocurrency, you can see that it found some of these lows back in April, and it has been trending higher, although at least in recent days it's starting to go back down now that the spot ETF stuff is behind us. Of course, with the halving around the corner, we could still see that interest come right back. But it might be interesting to overlay all of them, right? So now what we're looking at is the sum of, these pages that look at not only Bitcoin page and the cryptocurrency page, but also Ethereum, as well as many others. And when you do that, you get a chart that looks like this, which is interesting from the perspective of major peak here on Wikipedia page views in 2017, very similar thing in 2021, but there hasn't really been a whole lot of interest for a while, right? I mean, now price has gone up, the price of Bitcoin has gone up, but there's not a lot of people searching for cryptocurrency right now. So the social interest still remains relatively low. It's like when we talk about the social risk and, what is it going to take to get people interested, right? What is it going to take retail participants interested in crypto again that are not already here? You might say, well, hey, I'm interested. But there's a difference between, say, someone that stuck around for all of 2022 and all of 2023 and they're just still here, right? There's a difference between that type of person and the person that only joined in the first peak of 2021, lost all their money in the summer crash, and then just left, right? And you can see, I mean, it's pretty clear that those people have not returned, right? You can see that they have not in terms of search interest. And of course, this is also seen in YouTube views and throughout various metrics. But I think it's an interesting way to look at the cryptoverse to just get an idea of where we are in terms of the social sentiment in the space. And, is it trending up? Is it trending down? Or is it relatively sideways? I think you could argue that it was trending down in 2022 or late 2021, trending down throughout most of 2022. But it seems like it's been relatively flat, for about a year now. I mean, it did get some spikes over here going into the spot ETF stuff, but it has still been relatively flat. A couple of things to note is that this spike over here in 2021, of course, occurred after the halving, and it occurred during loose monetary policy. Same thing over here. This spike occurred in 2017. It occurred after the halving, and it occurred during loose monetary policy. So perhaps one of the reasons we haven't seen a similar type of spike is because we are before the halving, and we have also not seen the shift to looser monetary policy. So perhaps those are the two ingredients that you need. And it could be sort of representative of the idea that price is not the only thing that brings people back. I mean, Bitcoin has gone up what 3x from the 2022 lows, and still the search interest for all these cryptocurrencies still remains relatively flat. So to me, it implies that there's something more to it, and that you need looser monetary policy, which conveniently also often corresponds to the halving, which maybe by chance, maybe not, also happens to be an election year, right? We talk about like that cyclical behavior of crypto, and you can kind of see it pretty clearly on this chart that you get that interest, at least in terms of Wikipedia page views, to these assets after the halving, but it also tends to correspond to looser monetary policy. And even in 2019, you can see there was all sorts of positive price action where Bitcoin actually went up more in 2019 than it has throughout this entire rally over here, because back over here, it went up more than 3x from the lows. And you can see that interest still didn't really come back until the very end of the halving year, right? In the early part of the post-halving year. And even over here, you can see that while Bitcoin was going up for a while, even in the halving year, it didn't really start to go up until halfway through the post-halving year. So just interesting, some interesting ways to look at the market. Hopefully this has been, insightful to you guys to view the market like this. Again, if you guys like the content, make sure you subscribe, give the video a thumbs up. And again, check out the sale on Into the Cryptoverse Premium at intothecryptoverse.com. See you guys next time. Bye.